Welcome back to King's Wood Shop. Today we're going to do a bandsaw box. A bandsaw box from the heart. Well, not as much from the heart, but it's going to be heart-shaped. Why heart-shaped? Well, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. My wife told her not to buy her anything, but I'm going to make her something. Make her something from the heart, with my hands, and it's going to be out of black walnut. Why black walnut? Well, it's the closest thing I could find to the color of chocolate. It's going to be a reddish brown to purplish color, which I think is going to be a nice attractive box. It's a keepsake box that you'll remember for many years to come. So stick around. We'll see if we can cover this a little bit better than I did the last bandsaw box I made, because I lost some of the footage and due to camera malfunctions and everything. Alright, let's move forward, and we'll keep this one, just edit this part out. Now here we got a black 4 layers of 3/4 inch black walnut. Layer this up as much as you want, as thick as you want it, that your saw can accommodate and cut. Over here I have another piece. This is going to be my back. I'm not going to take the time to try to rip this down when I already got a piece here. So I'll do is, after I get this cut to the shape I want, we'll trace this, recut this, and then we'll glue this on as the back after I have the drawer cut out, or the drawers, whichever one I come up with. So as you go, always try to come up with something beforehand on the pattern. So my pattern was real simple. I just come up with a real simple heart. I'm either going to cut this out as a stand here, hopefully at the bottom. If that don't work out, I'm going to lay it slightly on the side on another piece of wood. Well, see how that turns out. Alright, I hope it don't look too difficult right now. I'm going to take a little break here and let this glue set up a little bit. Now the drawers, you've probably noticed the little, this glue one side is all I've shown. I'm going to let the glue get a little tacky. Flash time on the glue, it's not too long. That, you know, keeps it from moving around too much. And then I'll go back and loosen the clamps and put the other side on. I don't like to get too big of a hurry and you glue too much at once and then it squishes and moves around. Another thing, on the cutting of the bandsaw, I cut at a technique. I don't know if anybody likes the way I do it or feels like it's safe, but be aware of where your fingers are and your clothes and everything. And I've been doing this for a little while, and I don't do anything that I don't feel comfortable doing. So if you don't feel comfortable doing the way I do it or handling the box the way I do it, feel free to back up and do it the way you feel safe and you feel confident you can do it. Nothing to say, I seen him do it, why can't I do it? Well, you know, just try to do it the safe way that you think. Another thing on these boxes is try to cut, when you make your entrance cut, to cut out your drawer itself, that you cut it with the grain, not against the grain. That's a little bit more easier to conceal the entrance cut that way once you glue up. And make sure when you glue that you use plenty of glue. Don't be too skimpy on it, but plenty of glue. And make sure when you clamp it up you have ample squeeze out, even squeeze out all the way around your seam. And when you join the two pieces together, that's where you don't have cracks and openings, and you make sure you get enough glue on this box and it won't have voids and gaps and loose spots when you get done. Another thing I ought to cover while I'm here waiting on the glue to dry is scraps. Scraps from your bandsaw boxes. I always try to keep my scraps, and you know, it's potential another bandsaw box later on. The little center from the drawer itself, that can be a nice little box. You probably need to put a smaller scrolling blade on there to make this cut, you know, a tighter cut every time. And then the outer parts, these little pieces here, this is black walnut, so you know this is valuable to a lot of people. So try to keep these, try to come up with a little, you know, creative way to use these later on. I like to keep, I just throw them in a box and then stare at them later on and come up with the way to use these later on, like little craft items. And nothing else, little drawer pulls and things off of these little blocks that you might be able to use in other words. Just keep in mind, this is money. Well, here we are. This box turned out really nice. I think with the arrow drawer pull, the arrow through the heart, if you will, reminiscent of the old Valentine's symbols and everything that comes along with Valentine's Day. I wanted to make something nice, and here it is. A heart-shaped bandsaw box with a heart-shaped drawer made out of black walnut Padauk drawer pull. Don't get any better than that. Nice solid project, and something that they will treasure for years. Get out there in the garage and make something, and see if you can't come up with something original, something that maybe nobody else has done. But like us, please subscribe, and get out there in the garage. Don't be afraid to make a mess, and be creative. This is us from King's Wood Shop. See you later.